First, notice that in this problem, we're trying to find the equation of the tangent plane, and what we're given is not a function of x and y. Notice that we have z's which we cannot solve and have z equals some function of x and y. Therefore, we're going to have to modify our equation somewhat. We will change this to the equation x, y, 6 cosine z minus z plus 2 equals 0. So we can find the equation of the tangent plane to this implicit function using this formula. We can do the partial of x times x minus x naught plus the partial of y times y minus y naught plus the partial of z times z minus z naught equals 0. So we need to find each of the partials. So the partial with respect to x would be, for this, the coefficient of x, which would be y to the 6 cosine z. And 0 and 0. The partial of y, then, would be, by the power rule, copy down the x and the cosine z, 6y to the 5 cosine z. The partial with respect to z of the first term, copy down the xy 6, and we get negative sine z. The second term, the derivative would be negative 1, and the third term would be 0. For each of these, we will substitute the values for x, y, and z. So for the first one, we would have a 1 to the 6 cosine 0. The second one would be a 6 times 2 times 1 to the 5th times the cosine 0. The third one would be a negative 6 times negative 2, times 1 to the 6th times the sine of 0 minus 1. So the first one, 1 to the 6th is 1, cosine 0 is 1, so we come out with just a 1. Second one, 6 times 2 is 12, times 1 is 12, times 1 is 12. The third one, since the sine of 0 is a 0, it doesn't matter what all of that comes out to be, we get negative 1. So our equation looks like this. We have the partial of x times x minus 2 plus the partial of y times y minus 1 plus the partial of z times z minus 0 equals 0. So this is perfectly fine for entering into the answer box. That is quite a bit of typing, so we could simplify this to x minus 2, 12y minus 12 minus z equals 0. That's a lot less typing. And we could also combine some numbers. So in standard form, this would be x plus 12y minus z equals 14. A lot less typing than the first one, but they're all correct.